What's going on, guys? Looks like we got a little sum today in the mail. This is going to be the installation video of my Cybon carbon fiber hood for the Corolla. The hood on the Corolla is stock hood, obviously. I did end up denting it a little bit right there at some point in time, so I thought might as well just get a carbon. No, I'm just kidding. But I did want a carbon fiber hood for a while, so I was able to get one, thankfully. I'm gonna unbox this, see what it looks like, do a little inspection, and show you. Through the first layer, kudos to Cybon, they package this really well. I did have a Cybon hood before for my old car, the Veloster, if you guys remember. Ended up being damaged at the top, and that was a nightmare to get resolved through the distributor of SoCal Garage Works, so I do not recommend them. I got this from Redline Racing or Red Racing. I'll tag it somewhere in the description. I'll put the link. So gonna open it up, last layer, and then inspect it, show you guys what it looks like. And the result is OMG. Oh shoot, look at this. Woo-wee! Heck yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. Woo! It's gonna look so good. All right, so far I don't see any easily seen damage, so that's good. Wow, look at this. Look at that. That is a beauty. Whoo-wee. I cannot wait to throw this on. All right, so we got the hood open. First thing I'm gonna do is gonna get a trim remover, take out these black pieces here, and then you can just lift it up and it should come off. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. So we'll start with that. All right, so now that we have access to the wiper fluid, routing system, you don't need to really take these tabs out, just because on the new one, you're not going to be running it in the same area. You're going to be running it through this part right here. So kind of just have to remove it like this to free it from these little tabs. And there we go. I'll get to that one in a second. This pretty much just pops out. I would remove this portion right here to separate it, just so you can route this onto the new hood while it's off the car, because it's going to be easier that way. All right, so to take these portions off, it's going to be like this. So I would recommend putting some like masking tape over this little tool right here, just to prevent yourself from, marring up your paint. You kind of just stick it in right here, and then you're gonna push down. So, yep, they pop right out, no problems here. I'm gonna separate this hose so that I can snake this back outwards. And same thing with that side. If I could just focus, yep. All right, so now this is kind of like a visual outside of how it's gonna be routed on the inside of this tunnel. You can tell this portion is pretty long, so that's only because, remember on the old hood there's more distance between here and here, but you can potentially cut this shorter if you want, but I wouldn't recommend if you're going to be ending up going back to stock later on. It might just be bent a little on the inside, but since it's flexible, you shouldn't have to really worry about that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so one of the challenges you're gonna have is snaking this through all the way in here to the other side. So what I did was I got a few zip ties, just because this is so flimsy and it's been getting caught up like in the middle. So something a little more sturdy is use a few zip ties to I use like 4 together to kind of just have something to grab on this side, so that when you're snaking this through, it goes through straight, and it's a lot easier to take the outlets out. So I'm just gonna be tugging this gently as I snake this through, and having the hood up as well helps too. If you do it flat, it kind of gets the gravity helps you, so that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And here's kind of what it looks like when you're using the zip ties. So I use like 4 long ones, and then yeah, snake through. Now I just got to pull this one out just like that. Pop this in. Remember to reattach these here on both sides, and then you just gotta pop it back in like that. All right, now that that is all finished up, I'm gonna keep the hood prop on here for now temporarily. But now you have 4 12mm bolts, so 2 on each side for each hinge. Gonna loosen them. It's best to have somebody to help you if possible. You can also try to do this yourself if you have the strength, and you know, if you don't want to scratch up your paint, you can also put like a microfiber towel here just to anchor on that side while you're loosening it from each side, and vice versa. And then if you have the strength to take it off, then go for it, but I would highly recommend having someone to help you out. So you could put the hood prop screwed in there, but there's no other place to secure it on the other side, so it's up to your discretion whether you want to actually install it. But it's installed now. Just connect that hose back in, and it closes very nicely. Looks pretty sick. Fitment looks pretty good. Not bad. It's okay. And on the other side, yeah, so pretty happy with it. Yeah, it is a pretty simple install, nothing too crazy about it. Just routing the washer stuff is probably going to take you the longest in this whole install. Other than that, if you don't even use the washers, then who cares about it? But we're looking pretty nice. Got one more thing coming in the mail. Stay tuned.